out freaking rages. Democrats refuse all GOP requests for witnesses in their Sham investigation. They say Republicans' requests based on sham claims. Hello and welcome to TST. If you are new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell so you can receive authentic news that you can rely on daily. U.S. Representative Devin Nunes, ranking Republican on the House Intel Committee, provided a list of individuals that the Republicans would like to interview in the sham Democrat impeachment hearings. The list includes Adam Schiff, who plotted with the whistleblower before he filed his complaint. The list also includes DNC operative Alexandra Chalupa, who worked with the whistleblower Eric Carmella in 2016. The whistleblower Eric Carmella, Hunter Biden, Nellie Ohr, and Ambassador Kurt Volker. One requested witness is the corrupt son of the corrupt former Vice President Biden, Hunter Biden. The Democrats have denied this request, calling it a sham. As the Democrats move forward with their insane impeachment hearing in the House, the levels of insanity reach new levels. The Democrats created an impeachment process where the individual leading the process was involved in creating it with a CIA spy who leaked information from a presidential call. The CIA spy was kicked out of the White House in 2017 for leaking. The spy met with Adam Schiff and his team before filing his complaint under the whistleblower statute, although this didn't meet the standards for such a complaint. Whistleblower complaints are only legitimate in the intel community if related to a member of the intel community. The president was the subject of the complaint, and he is not a member of the intel community. The whistleblower form in the intel community was updated to allow for second-hand information. This was not allowed before this complaint. The Inspector General of the intel community is involved in the Russia witch hunt. He worked in the DOJ and was involved in the fraudulent filings of FISA warrants. He then moved to his IG position and allowed for the complaint from a CIA spy who was kicked out of the White House for leaking. Schiff and his team flew to Ukraine before the complaint and met with some of the individuals who testified in Schiff's court held in the basement of the U.S. Capitol. The Republicans are not allowed to bring in witnesses. The witnesses are coached by Schiff. The Republicans' questions are constantly interrupted by the likes of President Swalwell, a failed Democrat candidate for president, and other Democrats. The president and his team were not allowed to interview the witnesses. The witnesses are basing their testimonies in some cases on fourth-hand information. Schiff is in charge of the impeachment hearings set up based on the CIA spy's complaint. Schiff is the same individual who created the incident that the impeachment is based on. All rules and guidelines are created by him alone. He decides who interviews and when and what they're allowed to say. He tells witnesses whether they are allowed to answer questions or not from the Republicans on the committee. The whole sham is based on the president requesting the new president from Ukraine to look into the 2016 campaign. The president asked that Ukraine leader see if he could find anything on Hillary's server, which some people believe may be in Ukraine as well as CrowdStrike, the Ukrainian-owned firm that the FBI and DNC relied upon in 2016 when it claimed that Russians had Hillary's emails. CrowdStrike's claim to this day is the only information used by the FBI, DOJ, and Mueller team as evidence that the Russians hacked Hillary's emails. The U.S. has a treaty with Ukraine that allows the U.S. and Ukraine to assist each other with criminal investigations. Based on a mutual legal assistance treaty with Ukraine, the president had every right and even a duty to dig into criminal activities in Ukraine that involve Americans. The president of Ukraine asked on the call whether he should look into the Biden's actions in Ukraine. A video where the former vice president bragged about having a Ukrainian prosecutor kicked off a case where he was investigating his son, Hunter Biden, was shared all over the internet. The judge was removed in a quid pro quo arrangement. The Ukrainians removed the prosecutor and then they received $1 billion from the U.S. Biden's son Hunter was placed on the board of Burisma Holdings in Ukraine, and he and Devon Archer, who's connected to former Secretary of State John Kerry, who was also on the Burisma board, made $50,000 a month, each in spite of knowing nothing about Burisma's business. The Republicans on the Intel Committee want to interview these two young Burisma board members. These two were included in the list of 9 individuals currently on the Republicans' list. What steps do you think the GOP lawmakers should take after such fruitless efforts? Are similar steps really going to bring any change to anything? Or should they go further for drastic measures that potentially may turn the tables? Let us know your opinions in the comments down below. If you've liked this report, please share among friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe to Top Stories Today. Thanks for tuning in to TST. I'm David Ravine, and I'll catch you in the next one.